Welcome back to Money Talks. Mike Lomas filling in for Nikki Boxler. In studio, Carl Paladino, Russ Thompson. By the way, we do manage money for a living. If you need us throughout the week, if you think like us, 633-1515 is our office number. Before the break, before the first break, and then the second break, I wanted to ask you about the SAFE Act.
Right.
You two have fought very hard to repeal the SAFE Act.
Oh, and it's an ongoing struggle. It's an ongoing battle.
Yeah, it's funny because when that originally came out, I remember hearing Andrew Cuomo say, nobody needs 8 bullets to kill a deer, 7 bullets to kill a deer. And I thought, boy, you know what would be really neat, though, is if I had 8 bullets and somebody had 7 bullets and they were trying to rob my house.
Right.
I might need that. But,
yeah, because we know how, criminals obey the law.
Because I'm sure the folks that protect Andrew Cuomo don't have any weapons on them. They're all, but so where are we with the SAFE Act? You know, and again, that was more, to me, that was more political grandstanding. That was more, hey, I'm going to run for president and say I did something.
He actually thinks this is going to help him in a national election. I can't figure that one out at all.
The people down in New York City are never going to allow us to get back to where we were and get rid of the SAFE Act.
No.
Not legislatively. And as long as we have a Democrat-controlled assembly and a Democrat governor who's more interested in patronizing all those antis across the country, it's going to stay just like it is.
You know, and a Republican Senate that's complicit in all of this, too. That's what bothers me the most.
Is there funding for this SAFE Act?
There was an opportunity last year
for
Flanagan, who is now the head of the Senate. He's a downstater, and he's a rhino from the word go. He was put there by 6 upstate senators who chose to take a downstater as their leader rather than upstate. They were encouraged, for instance, by Kathy Young from our area here. She's from down in the southern tier. Kathy Young took a call from Cuomo, and Cuomo persuaded her to support Flanagan rather than to support the guy from Syracuse, who would have given more of an upstate flavor to the way they act. Flanagan last year had something he had a chip, very important to the Democrats. They needed him on this. He didn't use the chip. The chip was the rent control bill for New York City. Okay, that chip should have given us either a softening or a withdrawal of the SAFE Act. He didn't do it. He didn't effectuate it. He acts like he doesn't know. He doesn't understand what we're talking about when you talk to him about it. This guy is everything that we don't want as a leader in New York, but we're stuck with him because the idiots from our area vote for him as being their leader.
Yeah.
And it's really foolishness.
Yeah, it's amazing to me when you look at the voting track record in New York State, why we can't figure this out. You know, you look at the registered gun owners, and if they just show up and vote.
Because they're all part of the same Albany two-step, okay? That Albany two-step has been going on for long before we came to the scene, and for long after we're gone from the scene, it's going to still be there. The Albany two-step is basically let's go along and get along. Everybody gets their little piece of the action, okay? When you want a crumb, we'll figure out how to get you that little crumb, but you be loyal to us over here.
Yeah.
And that's not government, okay? That is games, and that is such an affront to the people of the state, especially the people in upstate New York. I expect that the people will continue to do the same thing.
Yeah. Well, why would we think any different, right?
Well, it's good. That's the way it is.
Now, the funding is another staggering thing. Okay, you're going to hear all the senators and assemblymen out there and say, no, we didn't vote to fund the SAFE Act. But it's right there, clear as day. $3.4 million for the implementation of the SAFE Act. And that breaks down to $1.6 million for the info and technology, $1.8 million to the state police for 27 full-time employees. And included in that is either 12 or 16 full-time employees that serve directly under Cuomo, answer only to Cuomo.
That's a little scary.
For 5 years, we've been trying to figure out who they are. Nobody knows who they are. Nobody knows what their job description is. We have no idea anything about this small little police force and what they're basically charged to do.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
And the legislators, David DiPietro, Assemblyman, is trying.
Well, when we look into it,
figure out.
they'll do something like the Moreland Commission and disband anything we're trying to find
sure.
out. We got to take a quick break here. Carl Paladino, Russ Thompson in studio. We'll be right back.
If you're